G'day there guys, welcome back to our Medieval 2 Total War campaign. I've already done this once before because the game did crash on the end turn, so I'm going to give this another shot. We do have Prince Nud here, the chivalrous, who is going to take Ikersund next turn. I don't believe we can do it this turn, nope. So we're going to maintain the siege, we'll end the term and hope it doesn't crash. So, last episode, if you remember, we did take Bergen from Norway, Bergen being their capital. I believe that they only have 3 settlements left, which is Ikersund here, and then 2 down on the mainland. So, I'm just going to ignore the ones on the mainland. As soon as we take Ikersund, we're going to get a peace treaty or a peace dealing signed with them so that we don't have to be at war with them anymore, and that hopefully we can get back into the favor of the Pope. So, once we've done that, then we're going to look at doing some other invasions of elsewhere. Okay, so the Pope just died. Pope Urbanus the 15th died. The Holy Roman Emperor is also dead. And we have a new mission to stop attacking Norway, which is not going to happen because we have almost taken Ikersund here. So we're going to quickly take it. We're going to assault it, and I believe they've only got 1 unit in there. Yes, indeed. They have 49 men. We're going to automatically resolve this battle. We lost 6 men, they lost 25, and we have taken Ikersund and the last Norwegian settlement in Scandinavia. Okay, so we were just excommunicated by the new Pope. Now we will occupy. Okay, so we're going to get a peace treaty with the Norwegians. We do have this diplomat down here who is going to talk to Antwerp here. We will offer a ceasefire, which is very generous. Not going to bother with trying to get any deals or anything. So, okay, there we go. So we are now not at war with anybody, but we have consolidated most of, except for Finland, most of Scandinavia. So that's good. We now have control of pretty much everything. I do believe our treasury is suffering a little bit because we are trying to maintain so many armies. So I'm going to disband some of these units, just the ones that are fairly expensive. Okay, so we kind of have to look at where we want to go from here. I'm considering just going straight for the Holy Roman Empire. I know I said I'd go for a naval invasion of Britain, but at this point, the problem is if we do get 2 armies over there, there's no guarantee we're actually going to be able to take over England. If they do manage to destroy both of our armies, it means we're going to be stuck in a war with England, who are probably a little bit stronger than us with all their holding is England and Ireland, and down here in probably they have some territory down here in France. So if we do lose that, we're going to be in a bit of a problem, a bit of a sticky situation. So I'm not going to go to war with England. I'm not going to do the naval invasion until we're a little bit stronger. So I think we might actually get into a war with the Holy Roman Empire. So we are actually allied to them. So I'm going to have to break that alliance. And it means we are excommunicated, which it could be a little bit of a problem trying to get alliances down the road, but and the Holy Roman Empire are definitely very strong. But hopefully, once we do a land grab of a few of their settlements, we can take them down, weaken them a little bit, and then perhaps we can sort of steamroll them a little bit easier. And then once we've taken the Holy Roman Empire, we might start moving towards France and England in that direction. So this is probably either going to be the beginning of a very good campaign or the end of the campaign if we do lose a few big battles to the Holy Roman Empire. So we do have a lot of armies over here in Bergen and Ikersund. We have 3 generals in Ikersund over here. So we're going to move these guys out. And we're going to leave Erland in there. And perhaps a couple of units with him. Okay, just so that the Norwegian settlements don't revolt on me. And we're going to send Humble Poulsen up here. And he's going to be the garrison leader of Bergen. And Eskild and what's that? Prince Nud are going to move southward to our border with the Holy Roman Empire. So we can use our fleet here to get them there quicker, instead of walking them all the way around, and we will drop them off and do a pickup. Okay, so we're probably not going to do the invasion for a couple of turns yet. Of course, we still need to get our armies down there, but it's more, I want to make sure that our armies are at full strength before we attack the Holy Roman Empire, and make sure that we're building a few things. So we do have Bergen over here that we're not building anything in, so we're going to get a mine, communal farming, chapel, and probably public gallows. We don't need the catapult maker or the bowyer because we're not going to be recruiting any units, but we can get the brothel. And down here in Ikersund, same thing. We're just going to get the port, the farm, the church, and the probably the inn. Okay, so we'll leave it like that. We apparently can repair something as well. So repair the walls and the church. I can't repair anything there, so we'll leave it like that. And hopefully, perhaps we can get some more map information next turn, see how the world's shaping up. And it really comes down to whether or not we can actually just defeat the Holy Roman Empire. That's going to be the big challenge. If they can muster up a few big armies, we're probably going to be in a bit of a problem. But hopefully we can sort of rush them before they can bring up any armies. But yeah, it should be good if we can manage to push our way into mainland Europe and then start moving towards France. And that'll be sort of the beginning of our conquering of Central Europe now that we have most of Scandinavia under our control. Means that we are definitely going to be excommunicated by the Pope for majority of the game. Okay, so the King of France is now dead. Okay, King of Jerusalem is also dead. Disaster strikes Aleppo. And let's see how we're doing for our end of turn report. So our military is actually fairly weak, especially compared to the Byzantine Empire, but the Byzantines always tend to be at the top of that list. Does that mean we can't take the Holy Roman Empire on? Well, we'll find out soon, I suppose. These guys should be almost down here, and then we will split up this navy so that we can also pick up these guys. So Eric will get on this ship. And we will send him down as well, and Admiral John can unload this army, and we will need to recruit some more units of this army. It's actually very, very low in units, and also we do have some cities without garrison commanders, so I believe a lot of our guys have actually been dying while we've been away conquering. So I'm just going to move a few of our commanders around. I'm going to grab a few spear units and throw them into this army down here, and then perhaps see what we can recruit in Roskilde. We do have a ballista, and we also have a ballista available there, so that's good. So we'll move this ballista down southward, or both of them actually, and they will help us in our siege battles. And that's pretty much it. Nyköping has 3 ballista for some reason, so we will disband those. They're just costing us money. Okay, and that should be good for now. We'll see what we can recruit over here in Lund. It means we're mostly being able to recruit spear units, which isn't very good. We can recruit some units over here in Kalmar, but they're going to take a while to get there. We do have some cav moving that way, so we'll put them into one of our armies, and we'll end the turn again. So again, at this point, it's just pretty much all about consolidating our armies so that we can build a sizable invasion force. Yep, so hopefully, because our treasury is actually draining very quickly. I'm having a look now, we're down to 22,000. Before we were up at 30,000 only a couple of turns ago. So I imagine all of these armies are very taxing on our income, so we can check that next turn. We can check the finances, but also the construction as well. They tend to be fairly expensive. Okay, so we've got a suitable prince. Sure, why not? The Sultan is dead. The King of England is dead. We have a new mission, which is to send an emissary to England. We will move. We do have one nearby, so we're just going to move this guy down. It does mean that England has control of northern France up here, which is the territory they start with, I believe. We can straight up talk to Captain Ralph next turn, instead of going all the way to the English city. Over here, we're going to merge these 2 units. This unit has a lot of spear units, but not many bow units. So we'll see if we can move some archer units into that army. We'll have this army coming down from the north. And in fact, this army has a lot of bow units. So we're going to move 3 of these into Prince Nud's army, or at least 2 of them. Okay, there we go. So Prince Nud now has a full complement. They're not the best troops in the world, but they'll do against the Holy Roman Empire here, especially since most of their settlements don't look to be very garrisoned. We do have a bishop here. This is 98%, so we'll send him that direction.
reaching until morning.
And we have an assassin as well, so we'll send him southward and have a look around. He's not a spy, but we'll maybe be able to take out the garrison commander of whatever is in this city. We will also need to break our alliance with the Holy Roman Empire, and we can't do anything there. That should be fairly okay, so we'll end the turn again. I know it's a lot of end turns, guys, but we sort of need to do it to quickly speed up the game so that we can start getting some our armies fully consolidated. So we'll also send around that diplomat to the Holy Roman Empire after we've talked to England, and that'll mean we can break the alliance with them and probably declare war. I don't know, I think it's a bigger penalty if you declare war on an ally already, but I mean we're already pretty much screwed because of the excommunication, so I'm just starting to be a little bit reckless because I mean nobody's really threatening our borders at the moment. Great Council, do you want it funded? Sure, why not? Hopefully that'll give us some favour with the Pope. The following factions are now at war with each other, the Republic of Genoa and the Fatiman Caliphate, and the following factions have declared a truce, Kingdom of Norway and England. So they were at war at some point.
Can I help, my lord?
We'll talk to Captain Ralph here. We will get trade rights and map information.
It's good
And
to
I didn't get map information reverse, so
excellent. Your well-intentioned query is welcome.
wait, really? Shit. Yeah, whatever. I want to see what England looks like anyway. So they do have part of Ireland up here. We knew that. They have half of England, so they still control this part. Scotland hasn't taken that yet, and they do have Caen down here. So was that worth 1,750 florins? Probably not, but what did we get in return? We got 2 units of longboat in our capital, so that would have cost us, I don't know, a little bit of money probably. So we'll go towards the Holy Roman Empire. Next turn we'll be able to end our alliance with them. We've got Prince Nud the Chivalrous on our border. Hamburg is completely undefended, so the Holy Roman Empyreans, what are they? The controller of the Holy Roman Empire doesn't have a clue that we're about to attack him. These 2 units are fairly full strength. We do have a couple of reinforcements moving up. We have Captain Valdemar. He can merge with Captain Haldemar. And Captain Jarmeric is going to merge into a skilled Godfredson's army. So that is now a full complement with 3 cavalry units. Most of them are full strength. And same thing here, so that's good. We won't really have a spot for these 2, what are they? The ballista, but maybe if we lose a couple of units we can replace them. So we'll end the turn. Next turn it looks like we will be breaking the alliance, and then probably the turn after that we will be declaring war on the Holy Roman Empire.
Continuing tomorrow, Mikey.
So like I said, this is probably a really stupid idea, but you know, whatever. I mean, we would eventually be attacking them, and England's a little bit of a risky target because it is a naval invasion, so we would have to make sure that we grab some land over there, and then of course we'd have to deal with the Scottish at the same time. So I mean, we could have made an alliance with the Scottish and hoped they could have helped us, but you know, King of Scotland is now dead. Okay, King of Aragon is dead, and we have a new mission to send the diplomat to Leon, which we're not going in that direction. We are turning around and we're going to the Holy Roman Empire. So, we are going to cancel our alliance. Yeah. Okay, so they're pissed off about that. I expected that. That's fine. Hamburg is still ungarrisoned. There doesn't seem to be any armies nearby, so we're going straight up and attack Hamburg. This is probably a really bad idea, like I said, but whatever. So we'll grab a couple of siege rams, some ladders, and we'll maintain the siege. We'll move these guys in as reinforcements. Next turn we'll be able to take Hamburg, and that'll be the first piece of Holy Roman Empire territory that we're going to be taking. So hopefully everything goes well. We've got a bit of money in the bank, and we will end the turn there, I think. Let's have a look at our construction reports. So we have built the mines up here in Bergen, which hopefully will give us a little bit of extra income. They're not completely pissed off at us, but they are losing population. Okay, so we'll end the turn. And we'll see what the mighty Holy Roman Empire can muster up, what armies they can bring up to stop us. So, like I said, this is probably either a big mistake or it's going to win us the campaign. Big chance it's a big mistake because the Holy Roman Empire are not a small force to be dealt with. I did forget that they do have ports that we can blockade, so we can send that fleet that we've got to take care of that small little fleet of theirs, and then we'll send them down to blockade some territory, some ports of theirs. Okay, so guild is available, the Theologians Guild, we will take it, sure, why not? Probably should stop spending, but whatever. Admiral Tig, we can take on, how many ships do they have? 3. Okay, so we should be able to win that. Clear victory, good. And we will move down and find a port of the Holy Roman Empire. Is that a port there? I don't know where their ports are. That's not a port, so I don't know where their port was. It must be over here somewhere. What's that? That is their port. So, okay, so we're sending our ships over this direction to blockade that Imperial docks. Okay, so down here we are going to take Hamburg. There is a reinforcing army from the Holy Roman Empire. Not much they're going to be able to do. In fact, we can probably... Yep, we'll push them away and then we'll quickly take Hamburg here. If I can click the right army. Okay, we will assault. They have 417 men. We can auto-resolve this actually. We lost 89 men. And we have taken Hamburg, so we will occupy there. And we can use this army to take care of Helmrich Wittenvoller. And that is saying it's a 1-to-1 ratio. That's ridiculous. So he must be a very good commander. Or we're just got a very bad commander. So we're going to fight this on the battlefield because the auto-resolve is probably going to screw us over if we don't. And this will be the first land engagement with the Holy Roman Empire. So it should be very interesting. Okay, so we will start the deployment. It is a winter map. They're going to deploy over there. So we'll set up our ranged units in front of our main line as usual. And we do have quite a few ranged units in this army. We also have 3 cavalry units, so we're going to stick them all on the right flank to give us some downward striking momentum. And we will also grab all of our Viking raiders. We're going to put them on the right flank here. And then our spear militia is going to go make up our left flank. And I'm going to have to rearrange this army after this battle to make sure that there's a few more spear militia and that we merge some of these units, because at the moment they're not very complete. So we will start the battle. There they are. We will move our range units, who we will group together just to make it a little bit easier. We'll move them down there. They are moving towards us, so we've got the high ground advantage if they keep coming towards us. So we want to make sure that we manage to get on that ridge line there. Our line units can move up as well behind these range units. And we can also push up our cavalry on the flank. Okay, so they won't be in range for a while. These are only levy archers. But as soon as they do, they'll start firing. So they are, some of them are in range at least. Not quite sure who. It must be some of these guys down here. Okay, we are on skirmish mode, so we're going to disable that for now. We can always rush up our line infantry to help out, and we also have our cav on the flank, of course. So we're getting some decent fire on these guys. Okay, so we're destroying them with this hail of arrows. So they don't really stand a chance. I'm not quite sure why it's still saying it's evenly matched. I mean, we must triple their forces. Okay, so we're just gonna keep firing until we run out of arrows, I suppose, or until they decide to attack. They do have the heavy cavalry. And if they do decide to charge us, we may have a problem. So I'm just going to move up my spear infantry here. And then they can rush forward and take care of that cavalry if they do decide to rush us. But at the moment, our arrows are just destroying their cavalry. Okay, so they are attacking us. And they did get the charge off, but they've only got 7 men left, so I'm going to put all of my archers into skirmish mode and push up our line. A little bit disorganized, but we're still going to win.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Okay, so we're just going to start moving our archers backwards. Just make sure that they are out of range of the melee units. We can move our cavalry to the flank here and we'll get some flanking charges on. We do have our line infantry pushing forward. Can't really see who's who. Okay, there we go. And as soon as we start getting charges on with our cavalry, they won't stand a chance. Although they are breaking some of our units already. So that was very quick. They do have mercenary spearmen who just turned around, so I'm just going to bring our cavalry further down here. Try and bait some of their spearmen away, I think.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
So there is a huge blob of units here, so we're going to get our general in there to charge them. Okay, that didn't work. Never mind. Okay, so we're going to try and charge these units from behind, see if we can break this blob here. I don't believe their general is anywhere around, and I did tell my own general to pull back, and he's not listening.
They have lost half their men.
Okay, so we've killed half of their men, which is good. They've only killed 16% of ours. See if we can get a rear charge on these guys here. They are starting to break. This shouldn't help at all for them. Okay, they are fighting to the death, unfortunately. So we're just going to pull back our cavalry and see if we can get another rear charge on them. So we've broken the left flank of their army. Or at least they're wavering. We're going to have to chase after them. Okay, most of their units are now breaking. That's all that's left on that flank. Apart from the few units still fighting to the death, I think we've pretty much got this one. So it does look like the Holy Roman Empire does have some quality troops, but hopefully we can overwhelm them with numbers. So over here they're routing. I don't know who's still alive. The battle hasn't finished. Must be some units still fighting. Unless I'm missing something. Spear militia. Okay, so their general's bodyguard hasn't actually died yet. So they've got 4 men left in that unit, which is very irritating. We can send our cavalry after them until they do eventually rout. We do have this spear unit, but sorry, not spear unit. That is a Norse archer unit who are getting destroyed by their cav. So we're going to speed things up a little bit here. Okay, there we go. So we killed their general, and we did win that battle. So it was a little bit of an annoying battle, but we'll end it there. We lost 300 men. Probably shouldn't have lost that many, but yeah, they did manage to rush our archers. That's the problem. When you do put the archers in the front line and you turn the skirmish mode off, they do tend to get rushed. But I honestly thought we could do a little bit more damage with the arch units before their units got there. So spear militia, we captured 73. So we could release them or ransom them. Sorry, we could just execute them as well. We'll ransom them. And they didn't want them. Okay, fair enough. Well, we offered, at least. We're the nice guys here. So we have taken Hamburg. We now have part of northern Germany here. And the next target will probably be one of these two cities over here. What would be great is if we got the Norwegians on our side. I very highly doubt that they're actually going to get an alliance with us, but we'll see what happens. It's very demanding, so they definitely don't want that after what we've done to them, but it would have been nice if we could get an alliance. Maybe we can get an alliance with Poland. So we'll send our diplomat over here to Polish territory, see if we can get an alliance and they can help us out. Not that we're going to struggle too much, but just to sort of safeguard things, make our lives a little bit easier. So again, there's not much more we can do this turn. We'll see if the Holy Roman Empire moves up any armies that we can attack next turn. And we are very definitely excommunicated by the Pope. The Pope must hate us at this point. But we really need to rush the Holy Roman Empire to make sure that they're nice and weak, and before they can sort of muster a force against us. Okay, so the turn times aren't as bad as I thought they would. They actually slow down way more in Rome 2 once you get into the late game. Medieval 2 seems to be doing alright. We are only on turn 43. Don't know how many turns there are, 300 or something? Okay, so Master Theologians Guild, 2,000. We can take that. I think we're starting to make money now anyway. The King of Norway died. No Holy Roman Empire armies anywhere around. What we should do is recruit and retrain some units. Actually, this army is fairly full strength. It's this army that we need to retrain. So we're going to move out Prince Nud's force, move in Eskild's force, and we will retrain this unit here. Okay, so just random clicking units, not a big deal. Next few turns they'll be full strength again. We do have, actually what we can do is combine some of these units. Let's see, we can combine those two units there. No, that's an archer unit. They look identical. Okay, so we don't need to combine any archer units. We do need to combine these two spear units. That opens up 2 spaces. So we can move down our ballista units into Eskild's army. And while at the same time we will be retraining some spear militia as well. So we'll retrain this spear militia because it's only got 61 men left. And hopefully we'll be full strength by the time the Holy Roman Empire manages to come around and attack us. We do have this fleet moving towards these docks, but those docks are now ours, of course. So we'll just make sure that the Holy Roman Empire doesn't have any other docks. They do. That's a Polish dock. So again, the Holy Roman Empire is now landlocked in the north. We have our diplomat moving around somewhere.
Without question, my lord.
Okay, so we'll keep moving him towards Poland, and I think we might just end the turn here and try not to spend too much money, because it's probably going to be a problem if we do spend too much money. There is a rebel force up near Oslo, but it looks like it's only 1 unit, so nothing to worry about. There was that heretic cardinal somewhere around also, which we kind of ended up ignoring, so I don't know if he's still up there or if he's died of old age. The heretic cardinal used to be our own cardinal, of course. Okay. The Moorish Caliphate is where the game froze last time, so I'm kind of worried about it happening again, but that's okay. Let's wait for the things to cycle through. And of course, because there's basically no rebel factions anymore, the rebel faction goes by very quickly. Do we want another unit? Probably not. The Doge of Genoa is now dead. King of Scotland is dead. Just some more stuff from Stainless Steel there. Faction announcements. We're doing better on production, doing better on population. Our military is still very weak, actually. But we just can't... We just don't have the money to uphold a bigger army at the moment. Actually, we're not doing too bad on the finance front. We are making 4,000 per turn. So perhaps we can build a 3rd army. It'll be very, very helpful. Okay, so we're going to use Paul Afmulov over here, and he's going to create a 3rd army for us. So we're going to move some of these units out, and that'll make up the main composition of his infantry force, and we will just keep recruiting units over here, I suppose. So we can get a couple more spear units. We can get... Where can we get some ranged units from? I wonder if we can recruit some units down here in Hamburg. We can indeed get some levy units, so we will do that. We can get the catapult as well, but I'm not going to really worry about that for now. They're not really necessary. We do have our diplomat moving across, of course. Just going to keep moving towards Poland. Hopefully Poland and the Holy Roman Empire don't have very good relations. Definitely love to get Poland in on this war. Again, there's not much we can do, so I'm going to end the turn there. I could be a little bit more aggressive and move southward. Take Magdeburg, perhaps. Might do that next turn, actually. I'm just kind of worried about a Holy Roman Empire force coming up from the south there, past us, and taking Hamburg back. But what we can do is move one of our armies towards Magdeburg, actually. And then we can take that territory, and then the northern territory. I think they've got another territory up in the north. We can take that as well. And that'll give us almost complete control of the Holy Roman Empire's northern holdings. And by that point, the Holy Roman Empire should be fairly weakened. So, suitable husband. Again, I don't think we need any more generals at this point. The faction leader has died. King Eric has died. He has been with us since the beginning of the game. You have been reconciled, Kingdom of Denmark. So, big chance we will get a mission from the Pope asking us to stop attacking the Holy Roman Empire, which we are going to completely ignore, of course. So, who is our king now? That would be King Nud, the chivalrous. So that's good. We do have a king in control of our army, which is probably a pretty dangerous move, but, you know, what are we going to do about it? I mean, we could send him back to the capital, but it seems a little bit of extreme. We'll just let him command our armies, I suppose. Down here in Magdeburg is still completely undefended. We're still moving our diplomat towards Poland. And, okay, so we'll send out King Nud and his army to take Magdeburg. That'll take a couple more turns. But by the time we get there, we'll be able to lay siege for one turn, take that, and then we can move him northwards, or perhaps move our new army that we are making up here, which is Pool's army. So we're just going to keep recruiting units here. I think we recruited another couple of units. Over here in Roskilde, we do have a fairly sizable army, so we're going to move them down. It's going to be mostly a melee army, actually. Unless I can start recruiting some archer units. We can recruit some archer units from over here, so we will do that. We will build a small army force that we can perhaps even sail across this strait here. We can just use one of our ships to get them down, speed up the process a little bit. And again, I think we'll just end the turn. We'll lay siege to Magdeburg. Build some siege equipment, and hopefully the Holy Roman Empire is still going to be very slow in reacting, because they haven't really seemed to be able to put much of a force up yet. They did send up that tiny little army, and they have another little army of one unit moving up as well, but completely not a threat to us. So things are going fairly well in this war at the moment. I kind of expected it to be going much, much worse than this. We are making a lot of money again. I think we're pulling in about 4,000 per turn, or it looked like about 2,000 or 3,000 this time around. So King Nud is going to lay siege to Magdeburg. Kind of annoyed I can't do it this turn. That's fine. Next turn, send emissary to Lyon. Yep, not going to do that. Faction announcements. It looks like our diplomat is now in range of Polish territory. So we're going to get trade rights, make the offer. They have accepted. We're going to get map information and give map information. They have accepted, and we will see if we can get an alliance, which is very generous. They do have the enemy in Lithuania, which is, I don't know if Lithuania is very big or very small, but we're still going to get an alliance with them, and then we're going to ask them to attack a faction, which is the Holy Roman Empire. We'll see what they say to that. We can offer them something in return. We can offer them a single payment of, let's see, 5,000 gold. We've got the money to spend. It's very demanding. They definitely don't want to go to war with the Holy Roman Empire. We'll see if they... No, okay, they definitely don't want to do it. Fair enough. Even though they're not very small, they have all this territory over here. They look very, very scared of the Holy Roman Empire. but we're going to be cutting them down to size next turn. They have these little armies moving up, and then we can also take whatever cities over here. So this city here, the Imperial Castle that's over here, we will be taking that with this smaller army that's moving southward. And then hopefully we can start pushing into deep Holy Roman Empire territory. But I think we're going to end it here, guys. So thank you for watching. If you did get all this way, please leave a like and a comment. And of course, if you want to see any more, please subscribe. You can also check out my other stuff on my channel. So until next time, guys, have a good one. See you later.